coffee, I was ahead of myself. Hard to play catch up. We're gonna take it very slow today and gonna do simple stuff. Hopefully. Just going super, super slow. Setting up a template. And yeah, that's what we're going to do. Setting up a little template to practice and write like every day. I don't know why I make a template every other day. Anyway, so what did we do? There's not much going on yet. It is the same like always. Maybe next time I should be starting from a completely blank canvas. What we have in this template so far is the Vox channel, obviously. Hearing me babbling. Then we need a piano, obviously. Let's choose a nice piano. Let's go to my trusty Keyscape and find us some nice piano. Maybe we're gonna go with... I'm feeling today, I'm feeling mellow. Let's take off this reverb. Very often the inside effects of third-party plugins and software is kind of hungry for DSP, which is not good unless you have like an insane machine. But also, if we just want to produce and not just work on one-shots or whatnot, I think often it is easier because sometimes they are amazing presets, but to have a more cohesive sound, it is good when at least some instruments and groups share the same effects, especially for reverb, I think, because that puts it into more cohesive and coherent space. Okay, so we have the piano right there. It's still loading. Ooh, I do need an M2 SSD card with a lot of space so I can put it all there. I have a tiny SSD on my system partition, and that's almost, yeah, and the cage of some of these libraries is gonna eat up half of this. Anyway, then let's look for some nice strings in here. I just want to noodle a little bit today, create something easy. Okay, let's just check out how the mellow section sounds. I'm not super familiar with Contact, I'm just trialing that at the moment. So if you see me doing weird or stupid stuff and you know how to use Contact better, you can just let me know, because I just... it's silly to say, I just trialing Contact now. I don't know how this got past me. Again, shout out to Chris Reed and that Chris Reed Beats for letting all us broke ass bedroom artists and producers and engineers know the good news to trial that shit. It is affordable. So I'm talking too much again. Let's listen to the sound. But before that, I also wanted to... where's the effect section here? There it is. Let's turn off this reverb. We're going to use our scent effect. That would be better, I believe. Okay, my sustain pedal is trying to escape again. Okay, now that's still super dry. I forgot. We need to put some reverb on this one, on this too. So let's listen. Okay, that should be enough. We don't want to be doing engineering today. We just want to create music. I need to learn to keep these things separate. I'm always in a loop of doing things iteratively. I start setting up a template and then I hear a melody, noodle around, then I get lost in music theory, then you start freaking sound design for an hour. I'm auditioning kick drums. Yeah, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. And there's the cursing again. I need to stop this. Let's listen to the strings and context with this reverb. I'm not sure if I like these strings. Maybe chamber. Like, I wish I had more time. The day is just not long enough. Oh, Motown 70s. That sounds interesting. That's probably what we want, I believe. Hold up a second. I just see it has delay. I don't hear that. Let's turn off the reverb and try to listen for this delay that's supposedly there. Where is this delay? Or didn't I even... No, it's not activated. Okay, never mind. No. My computer is too slow for me clicking. Yep, no, that's not activated. What would this delay sound like? Okay. I thought I was crazy. No delay there. That's good. That's what we want. Okay, we don't have a patch in here yet. I want some double bass. Let's make some... yeah, I think we will do a little jazz quartet or big band kinda-ish template. Where do I get back? Where do I get back from this? I copied this and I want just double bass, right? Let's kill this, I think. Yeah. How do I get back to this other view? What contact am I actually using? 7 or 8? And is there a difference? Because like I just loaded this, right? Hold up. No. Disable the tag, contact. So I have 3 different instances of contact. I'm quite sure contact 8 is better. It's a new version. But what about that one? I don't know. Anyway, let's get the double bass library. Upright bass. That's what we want, is it? Oh, I don't have it. They got me there. They got me there. They always make me hungry. I can't look at this stuff. Okay, then we will just do session strings again and choose single articulation. And that will be our session bass. Let's load this in again. While it's loading, my computer. While this is loading, what do we have so far in this here? We have a short verb and a long verb. I have not edited the long verb yet. We have a replay because I know I will use it on guitar and so many things. But also I would want probably some chorus. Let us set up stuff so we can work efficient later. So we want chorus, right? Let us get chorus. I really love and appreciate this chorus device. Pretty nice. But before that chorus, we're gonna put in chorus first. I gotta do my OCD thing. I need to have everything in caps lock. I don't know why that is. Okay, we have three more effects. Which effects would we probably want to be using? Probably you also want a time-based effect, maybe synchronous. I need to be looking more deeply into synchronous, and maybe I should read the manual, huh? I'm usually only using. Sorry for the mouse click. I'm usually using presets most of the time, and actually just one. Yeah, synchronous maybe. We want to be using synchronous, I guess. It could do some cool stuff. I'm not so sure. We can change this later. Let's just prepare a little bit. Would be good to be able to spell. I mean, it's right there. I only need to read. It shouldn't be too hard to kind of copy and paste. So what else? What else? What else? What else? I love me some soft tube delay. I have some dope ass presets there. One especially which I'm very fond of, which is, I think it's Fat Fox. Oh, also, if you are using presets of effects and you're using them very often as inserts and not as sound effects, make sure when you use them as sound effects, many of the presets are probably considered to be for parallel processing in inserts. So when you have a preset of any effect you want to be using as a sound effect, make sure that you check if it has a mix knob for parallel processing, which is usually dialed in to some degree. But if you are using a sound effect, you are using the dial from here, from your mixer. Let's see what that sounds like. Hello. See? Here's a mild slapback. And if we were to reload this patch, by the default settings, it would be super, super faint, as it's intended as an insert. Let's go back like I said. See? This has 100% mix in the sound effects, but when I reload the sample, this patch, it mixes at 7%. It's still audible, somewhat, but not very much. But this way, we can have some kind of slapback. Yo. Exactly. Let's turn this off, it's gonna get annoying fast. Without context at least, that is. Okay. A couple of things going on in here. The long verb and the short verb. I did cut it where this doesn't have an EQ yet. This is cuts at the default. Let's do that. You know we don't want to have too much lower end at least. And there. We can always go back later, but like I say, this should only suffice for writing musical ideas. We don't need to send this off to a mixing or mastering engineer afterwards. There should be a different template for that, I believe. What else could we be wanting in here? verb short, verb long, delay, chorus. Another delay, time-based modulation is kind of a big box. It really can pretty much do all of that and much more. I have to look deeply into this one. Ooh, I know what. Alligator. I love me some alligator. It's so good. Actually, put it on anything. Glitch of madness. Okay, let's save this at this point. And then, I don't know. Now we're gonna try to do something. What else? What else? What else? Ooh, I know. First, initialize this patch. If you guys are looking for some dope drum machine, not that we all don't already have enough in stock in third-party plugins, I am strongly I'm strongly recommending this one. XO by XLN Audio is this is probably the most beautiful drum sequencer that I've ever seen. Anyway, what I want to be doing though is we want to have all our drums in separate channels. So let's create some mixing channels. If you want to create mixed channels, Control Shift, or I believe on Mac, Command Shift plus M will create mixed channels. So let's create 8 of them. So we can route all the different drums through their respective channels. I'm gonna hook them up from the back. Pause. Let's do this. Control Shift, I missed one. Okay. Now we have all these channels and it looks not pretty in here right now. Let us unify the color so we know what the heck we are looking at. I like my drums to be in green, dark green. I forget. For some reason, there is a mild bug with changing. What the heck? With colors. Why can't I change the color? Asparagus? Am I stupid or something? Change track color? Yes, please. But why wouldn't it? Okay, let's try to change something different. I don't get what's happening there. There's something weird going on with that one. Sometimes you can't change colors like you would expect. Anyway, okay. We're gonna get all of these. Press Control G and create a group bus. So we have all our drums also going to group. What we also know what we want is this will be the sum of the drums coming from our drum sequencer. But I know that I will want to have parallel processing on my drums for sure, almost always, unless I just want to do something really, really fast, just to sketch an idea. First, let's go back into XL, if it's pronounced that way, I'm not sure. And come on. Here in this section in XO, when you click on it, you have the option to route the individual outputs to these respective channels in the back when you use this drop-down menu, like we just hooked up. So we want all our lanes run to 8 to go bus 1 to 8. Okay. So we achieved that. That's good. Now we should be naming our channels because they are all called by default the name of the device they're connected to, but we don't want that. We want them to be named exactly like the name in here. Probably sometimes the clap will be different sound or whatnot, but just to have a clear visual, we will be naming them accordingly. Let's keep this open. I mean, I know this by heart already, but it's probably easier to look at. I'm gonna zoom back. This is our kick 1. This will be kick 2. That's our clap. No, that's the snare. I don't even need to look there. Clap. Let's have a closed hi-hat. Let's have an open hi-hat. Also, the flex 1 channel. Yes. And the flex 2 channel. Flex 2. This has the wrong color. We want this in asparagus or olive green, camouflage green, I don't know. What we're gonna call this one? We're gonna name this drums. That seems appropriate. Let's create a parallel channel. 1. Let's create another parallel. 2. Good. Let's save this before anything happens. And now I'm gonna reveal the cables again because it's kind of important, or maybe not. So in the parallel channel section, as it also already says here, maybe I need to make this bigger again. If you're running parallel channels, it's tapping the signal before all the processing in the parent channel. Okay? That means if you want to be using the signal that you have already processed in your original channel, you need to make a different routing, because this would skip all the routing of it. It would tap the signal before. So we will unhook this parallel input, and we are going to use a little nice trick, which is quite helpful. One of the new Reason devices is the a utility, and that is the audio meter, which has a nice split output, which we will be using. And this split output will go right there. Now we can have exactly the signal from the previous channel going into the next parallel channel. Let's do this again. Okay, and now this goes in here. So we have our parallel channels. We're gonna name this D comp, because this will be our compression channel, and this will be our drum verb channel. I'm not sure if I shouldn't be making a different reverb channel altogether, so I can send them individually. Sometimes I like to send them all into the same reverb. Not the sound effect reverb, but their bus reverb. We're gonna do this for now. Maybe we might change it later, not sure yet. And then, what we also want is the drums are summed in the drum bus. The parallel channel for compression and the parallel channel for reverb are not running into a bus yet. So let us press Shift, left click, and let's use more hotkeys to save ourselves some time at headaches. Control G to create another summing bus for that, or group bus, I don't know how you want to call it. And we're going to call this beat, because this is going to be where the beat comes out. All right. And then, what else might we want to be doing? Also, let's have this just here, just in case. Then, I know I will want at least one, if not two instances of type emulation inserts. One for some compression and also to put a little bit of crosstalk on it and whatnot. It helps to bring it a little bit better together. And I really do appreciate this plugin. If you're trying to recreate any of this, I will put a link later on my second stream, because I will have to take a break kind of sometime soon. And also did something else. I can be on here for maybe 30 more minutes and then I gotta get off. Let us put in this tape here. I know it seems silly to configure some of these values prior, but I kind of go by muscle memory and what I know often works for me, kind of recreating parts of templates that I've done in the past and the usual way I like to route stuff, at least for what I usually am looking for, the sound that I'm after. I like the good old sound. Okay, so we got that going. So now, so this was beat tape. We don't need to name everything now. Probably gonna do that later. Okay. We probably want what? We need an instance of holla in here. We want some holla in here. Let's holla in here. Okay, let's turn this off. Probably we want a plate, I guess. We don't want any modulation. No. We don't want the modulation on them drums. Come on. And then, let's see, a little bit of look at. Let's turn this, what tempo? I don't know the tempo yet. I clicked on 104 before, just for goodness sake. If you want to set up your effects corresponding with your project's tempo, there's a very simple way to determine how many milliseconds you need to put into whatever parameters, like pre-delay or whatnot, and that is simply calculating 60,000, which is milliseconds in 1 minute, divided by a project's tempo, in this case 104, and then you will arrive at the value of a my quarter note of a quarter note. That took me some time. So one quarter note in 104 would be 576 milliseconds. Like if we were in 120, it would be 500, and so on and so on, yada yada. And then you can set, like, especially for compression and whatnot, this is very helpful. Of course, the ears are the final instance for judgment, not numbers. But this is often a good starting point. So if you want them to calculate smaller numbers, just go successively and divide by 2, or to multiply by 2. Like for instance, if I'm thinking like, how long do I want my reverb really to be? Then sometimes I just do that too. But yeah, don't get obsessed with numbers. If you say it's not great, it's not great. The numbers can be correct all day, but okay, let's turn this down to 1 second maybe. We don't want our drums to ring out forever. I think our other reverb is, what does it do? It's 2 seconds long, that's fine. What does our long reverb do? It doesn't do anything yet. Maybe our long reverb can have some modulation, and it can also have a little bit of modulation. Why not? Like I said, don't get obsessed with numbers. I don't know what's wrong with me. Numbers. I think we did not put a Q on this one. We did. Good. Let's save again. And then we can continue. Okay. What do we have so far? We have a channel for vocals. We have our channel for piano. I think I need to go over to the other piano and play a little bit. I'm not quite sure if I need to work on something else. I'm gonna mute this mic for a sec. Yeah, I'll come back later and continue with this one. I have to rearrange my camera. I need to get another camera soon. I cannot juggle this. I don't know when I will be back, but I will be most definitely back later. Probably I will be back in, I think, 4 hours, the latest. I should be back streaming. Okay, we don't need to see my mug 2 times. Happy creating, stay funky. May the muse be with you. Do something great. Peace.